All right, so you want to build a community for your business or for your client. You are at the right place. So before we begin into the roadmap of how to exactly create a community, let's first understand the approach you have to follow in order to create a community. So initially, whenever we start any community, the approach is one to many. And the ultimate goal is to create that whole community into the approach of many to many. Let's understand this. You are creating a community of, let's say, book lovers, and ultimately you want to sell them an audiobook or a book that you have in your startup. One to many approach is you are creating content and distributing it to your target audience. And many to many approach is the actual community, where people create content and other people consume it. So whenever we start the community, it always starts from one to many, but the ultimate goal should be many to many approach, where your target should be majority of the content should be created by the community members only. Just wanted to mention this video is highly inspired by Tom Roche. He has helped many businesses out there to build their community and grow their business. I follow him and consume his content in order to grow my clients' community. So big shout out to Tom Roche. So without wasting any time, let's get into the roadmap of how exactly you can create community. In this roadmap, you have to answer many questions in order to get crystal clear of how exactly you want to grow and you want to have your community. So the step number one is define your topic. And to define this, you have to answer questions like, what topic or subject are you passionate about? What is that topic in which you can talk non-stop? What topic allow you to generate plethora of ideas easily? And what are you skilled in? If you are building community for your client, make sure you should have interest in that particular topic, plus align your customers with these question and answers. So now we know the topic in which we want to build community. Let's dig into the step number two, that is define your audience. For this, you have to create different persona. Let's take an example again of you want to create a community of book lovers. The target audience is quite broad. So we need to differentiate the personas in order to target more specifically. The basic questions that you need to answer in order to define your audience are, do you understand them? Are you credible to them? And can they pay you? Apart from these three questions, there are two kind of questions that you need to answer, that is hard metrics and soft metrics. You can take the screenshot of these questions in order to be crystal clear. So the questions for hard metrics are on your screen. You can take the screenshot of these questions in order to be more clear. And here are the questions for soft metrics. So we are clear about the topic and the audience. Now what? Now it's time to validate. Demand can be measured as a combination of following. First, market size. How many people are interested in your community topic? Second, competition. Are these people are well served by the existing communities in this space? So you need to answer this as well. Third is passion. How much people are interested or passionate about the topic which you want to create a community on? For answering these three, you need to research, and I have also dropped down the link in the description that will help you to dig down in the research. It is equally important to understand the traits that you don't want your community members to have. For example, we don't want to attract people who are overly strict in our community, or who are someone who is continuously bragging about money or materialistic things. So like this, you also need to decide what you don't want your community members to have. Typically, there are four kinds of value that your community should bring. Number one is networking. Your community should attract like-minded people together and create networking opportunities between them. Number two is belonging. your community should feel like a home to your community members. So you have to make it as relatable as possible. Number 3 is information. You can create community around teaching and hosting insightful conversations. Number 4 is entertainment. You know the drill. It is very important to have that fun environment in your community, so people should feel safe and at the same time happy. So we talked about the topic of your community, audience of your community, how you can validate demand and value proposition. Let's understand in which platforms you can build your community. So all in all, there are 2 places where you can build. Number 1 is social media and number 2 is new community platforms such as Slack, Discord, etc. Let's dig down by understanding pros and cons of both these options. The pros of social media are you can reach to the masses. And in the other hand, cons of social media are it is very much dependent on the algorithm. Number 2 is it's almost like a rented land for you. And number 3 is you don't own the platform. Now talking about other communities platform, let's understand with the pros of it. Pro number 1 is you control the platform. Pro number 2 is you don't need to worry about the algorithm shift just like social media. Number 3 is there are way less distractions for your community member to get distracted out from your channel or your platform. Number 4 is your community members can enjoy that private space that you have created for them. So there are so many pros. Let's understand the cons of new community platforms. Number 1 is it is very difficult to start community on such empty platform. Number 2 is there is still degree of fraction that people don't leave social media and come to your platform. So this is something that you really need to crack in order to create that closed space. Now we understood almost everything about building community. Let's understand how you can grow your community. And that is the main part, I know. One thing you need to understand for this is posting content isn't enough. You need to find people who will consume it. Here are a few tactics to employ this 1-to-1 approach. Number 1 is find complementary influencers. Influencers with large, active and established audience. Look through their public comments and connect with the people who are engaging with their content. Go to these people's profile and build the genuine relationship by commenting in their post and sending relevant updates. Tactic number 2 is join relevant groups around your key topic and bring as much value as you can to the group. Your goal should be become respected and useful member in the group. Tactic number 3 is look for early engager with your content. For example, if you get 0 comments and 15 likes, connect with people who are liking your content and say them just thank you and start building that relationship from this. And apart from these tactics, I have one more thing to share which really helped us to grow our clients' community, and that is social sharing reward. What we did is we created detailed ebook around the topic in which we want to create a community, and we ran a small campaign where we told all the group members that you will get detailed ebook if you share this group joining link to your social media and audience. This really helped us to double down the group members and get relevant target audience. So this was the guide to create impactful community. All in all, I would say the quality of your content and your presenting to the market and the conviction to it will play a major role to making your content and community successful. So I hope you like this video. If yes, do hit the subscribe button. We will be keep on creating this sort of content for you every week. Like, share, comment so the algorithm will understand that this is valuable enough to rank on the top. That would be really helpful. Thank you so much for watching.